at the end of it, because
Yeah.
it's not going to be that quick for most of us.
That's right. True. That is true. That is very true. So I mean, something like grandpa just
Hi, welcome, everybody. Today we're going to do a class on yoga for the lower back. So we're going to work on our lower back. Lower back pain, which a lot of people experience, herniated discs and all of that, slip discs, and a lot of that is weak cores, or really, there's many different reasons for it, but kind of the main ones, just weak abdominals, because they're not supporting the body, and then those back muscles are having to pull and really body upright and keep the spine upright, as well as really tight hip flexors, which can happen just from sitting at a desk too much and not, and just weak hip flexors in general. I mean, tight and weak are kind of different things. Tight is like you kind of overuse them and then they're going to pull on your back. Like if you're just hiking and walking and running all the time and not stretching, doing yoga, to counterbalance that, you can get really tight hip flexors, as well as just really weak hip flexors if you're working at a desk all the time. Because if you think about it, you're just, sitting at a desk, you're not using that hip flexor, which literally lifts your leg from your hip. So we'll do a little bit of that today to kind of strengthen those hip flexors, strengthening the core a little bit, and just opening up the lower back too, because tight lower backs, sore lower backs, just from our daily lifestyles, which seem to be hard on our lower backs. I think there's a statistic that it kind of goes by decade, but it's like 20% of 20-year-olds have like a non-symptomatic or unknowingly most likely have a slip disc in their back, and don't even know it because they're just functioning with it, and they could never know. I mean, you can never know your whole life, but a healthy spine can really make your life a lot easier and more enjoyable. So as for yoga, really tight hip flexors, this might be really hard for you to sit cross-legged. So you can take a pillow, sit in a pillow, or a block or a couple blocks, really to prop yourself up so your knees are towards the ground. So you're not sitting like this and kind of straining. If you prop yourself up, you're able to kind of open up and bring the knees down, and you'll be a lot more comfortable, and a good way to gradually open up those hip flexors and be able to sit cross-legged comfortably. But it is a process. I know a lot of men have really tight hips. So sitting cross-legged can be very hard, but those are some ways. You can put blocks under the knees as well. That could help a lot. But just any way you can support yourself to sit cross-legged, and then you can slowly, the hips will start getting that muscle memory, letting go, and it'll become a lot easier to do. Anyway, so hands on the knees. Let's close the eyes down here. And actually, let's put our left hand on the heart, right hand on the belly. And let's just begin breathing into the belly, opening up the belly first, followed by the chest, opening up the chest. And then exhale the chest. Exhale, bring the belly button towards the back of the spine. And then continue. Inhale, pull that diaphragm down, open the belly. Fill the chest all the way up to the collarbones. Exhale, chest. Exhale, belly. And keep breathing that way. Breathing into each hand. One more deep inhale. Hold the breath at the top. Roll the eyes to that third eye right between the brow point and forehead. Pull up on that pelvic floor. And exhale, relax. Bring the hands onto the knees. Take a couple more breaths here. And let's rub the palms together, create some heat. Let's place the palms in prayer on the chest. And we will tune in one long Om. Let's first just inhale to prepare. Exhale out the mouth. And again, inhale. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale for sound. We open the eyes, bring the hands down, and let's come lying on our back with our knees into our chest. We're first going to start warming up just the low spine by the tailbone. So we're going to start doing, I call them sacral circles. So you're going to grab onto your knees with your hands. You're just going to make big circles with the knees. And don't worry about the shape the circle is with the knees. It's less about the knees. But if you're probably feeling it right now, right on your sacrum. So right between kind of your iliac crest down by your tailbone. That sacral area, which can be pretty tender for some people. Just make big circles. If you like, if there's a place that's needs a little more love, you can kind of roll over those places a little bit more. Maybe stay for a second as you go around. In yogic chakra philosophy, there's your sacral chakra, which is your second chakra. And a lot of people, it's identified more with like the sexual organs, kidneys, and that space in the front body. But if you think about it, your sacrum directions of our circles. Don't forget to breathe. Down, and let's bring the legs all the way down straight. Place the hands alongside you, palms face down. You can tuck them a little bit under the hips if you like for more stability. And flex the feet, and we're just going to start inhaling, lifting the right leg, exhaling, lower it. Inhale, lifting the left leg. And if you want, you're feeling good and you want to bump it up a little bit, you can inhale both legs up, exhale both legs down. I mean, pretty much all hip flexor, that muscle pulling your femur towards your hip, lifting the leg. It's such an important muscle. It allows you to go upstairs. It allows you to walk. So you really got to take care and make sure you have nice, strong, and flexible hip flexors. Because again, like I said, if they're very tight, they will pull on your lower back. And like how I like to kind of for my yoga classes is I like to engage the muscle first and then stretch it. So we'll engage it and then we'll stretch it out. So we'll get both the strengthening and the opening. And on your next inhale, just make sure both legs are up 90 degrees. Let's take our hands and we're going to place them behind the head, like a push in a sit-up position. And we're just going to start trying to lift the hips off the ground, trying to push the tops of the feet, or the bottoms of the feet towards the ceiling. So it's like a gentle little lift using a lot of your upper abdomen to kind of pull those hips up.
Don't forget to breathe. The feet down on either side on the mat. Bring the hands on either side, palms face down. Bring the heels up to graze the fingertips. That feels good. If you're like, wow, that doesn't feel good, no need to do it. Just kind of a place of start. You're going to make sure the inhale, lift the hips off the ground. Push the hips towards the sky. Exhale, lower them down. Inhale, exhale to bridge pose. Inhale, curl the vertebrae off the mat. Exhale, curl them back down. The hips up gently and set them down gently. Like I said, rolling that spine off the mat and rolling it back down. One more time. Inhale, lift the hips up, 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 up. Push and exhale, roll them down. Let's bring the knees into the chest. Rock side to side on the spine. Rock on that lower back. And then we're going to rock up and down on the spine. Get that momentum. Come all the way up and through. Two hands and knees. And once you're here, we're going to start doing some cat cows. So inhale, chin up, tailbone up, belly down. I like to curl the toes on my cow. Opens up the bottoms of the feet. Open up the chest. Bring the belly down. And then when you exhale, curl the spine the other way. Untuck your toes. Push into the hands. Tuck the tailbone. And begin again. Inhale. Exhale. Go as slow or as fast as you like. I encourage you to go slow here just to really feel every vertebrae. We're still warming up the body. Yeah, let's try. Inhale up to that cow. And then as you exhale, roll the spine back and kind of sit back on the heels, almost like in a child's pose. And then come through, maybe come on the elbows, come through low. Inhale back to cow. Exhale through to cat. So you're kind of making these big circles with the body. Almost like to think of it as like you're dancing, like it's some sort of really like slow interpretive dance. So move the way the body feels. Do a couple more. And then we're just going to do just making circles with the head and the hips in the same direction. Always is a nice way to start, but kind of move. Take a little bit of time just to move the spine the way it wants to, the chest, the belly, the hips. Go around in circles like I suggested and switch directions. And let's return to flat back. I'm going to bring our right arm up, right bicep by the ear. Reach the fingertips forward. I'm going to bring our left leg back straight. Flex the foot, push out through the heel. Find length in the spine here. So out to the crown of the head, out through the tailbone, long spine. Stretch the fingers forward, the heel back. Breathe here. And exhale, lower down. Other side, left arm straight out, right leg back. Stretch, open up the spine.
And exhale, lower down. We're going to take the left leg. We're going to bring it out. Press that heel out. And then bring that heel up. So it's like a 90-degree angle with the leg. And we're just going to start pumping that heel up. And then bring that knee down. Don't bring the knee all the way to the mat. Don't rest it on the mat. Just going to bring it down, and then you're going to bring it out almost like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. And hold there, breathe. And exhale, release. Other side. Bring that right heel out and up. And then start pumping that heel. Out to the side. Really not a pose we get into very often. So the hip can kind of yell at you here. Breathe through it. And exhale, lower down. And then when we're ready, push into the hands, push the hips high, bring the belly towards the thighs. Push into the fingertips and the base of the palm, make suction cups with the hands. That alleviates some tension in the wrists. Bend where it's at. Here we go. Now let's inhale the right leg up. And then we're going to bend the heel towards your butt, opening up that hip. And circle the foot around. And bring that leg back up. Square the hips. Bring that right leg in between the hands. And we're actually going to bring that left knee down. Left foot down. You can stay here if this is enough of a stretch for you. Or if you like, let's raise the arms up. Anjali-asana. Shoulders away from the ears. Curl the pinky fingers towards each other. This is that deep hip flexor stretch. And let's lower the hands down on the left side of the right foot. So kind of a wide lunge here. And then let's roll onto our right pinky toe side of the foot, opening up that hip. So the knee is kind of falling over to the right. You can either stay here, or if you like, you can put pressure on that left hand. Reach the right hand up. Gazing up if you can towards your right hand. And let's lower that hand down. Bring the knee up straight. Come flat on the right foot. And then let's bring the right foot in between the right and left hand. And then we're just going to come back, bringing our hips towards our left heel. Flex the right foot, and we're just going to kind of bend over the right leg here. And let's return to that lunge. Curl the toes under and step back to downward facing dog. And we'll do the other side. Inhale, lift the left leg. Open up the hip, bring that left heel towards your hips. Opening up those hips to the left. Circle that foot around if you like. And let's re-extend that left leg, square the hips. Bring that left foot in between the hands. Lower down on that right knee. Right foot. Stay here, or go ahead and lift those arms up. Shoulders away from the ears here. Breathe.
Yeah, let's lower the hands down on the inside of that left foot. Roll that left foot open. You can either stay here or again, you can come up on that left hand in a twist. Right hand down, left hand up, gazing up at the left hand. And let's lower that hand down. And let's bring that left foot in between the hands and rock back towards the right heel, fold it over the left. And let's look forward, bend the knees, step, hop, jump, shuffle the feet up to meet the hands forward in a if you like. You can put a deep bend in the knee if you like. I would actually just encourage putting a bend in the knee in this because you're opening up your lower back when you do that and you're making it easier on your lower back. And since this is about lower back, let's do that. So bend the knees a little bit and you can roll. And when you're ready, bring the hands, return them to the mat. Let's inhale, lift the spine up to a flat back, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, lower down. Inhale. Sorry. And then, on your next exhale, release the hands down on either side. Tadasana. All right. Let's inhale, sweep the hands down, sit back into chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up to flat back. Inhale, up dog. Or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, step the right leg in between the hands. Turn that left heel down and reach the arms up, warrior one. Nice, strong back leg. Again, curl the pinkies towards each other, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, lower the hands down. Step back to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look forward, step, hop, jump all the way to a forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the hands, come to chair pose. Exhale here. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands down. Sit up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, place the hands, step back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Knees, chest, chin. Or all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. In between the hands. Spin that right heel down. Inhale, up. Warrior one. Find this pose here. Nice, strong back leg. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, step or hop up to that forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sit back, chair pose. On your next inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands. Down into Tadasana. Let's stand here. Palms facing forward. Eyes closed down. Shoulders away from the ears. Take a few breaths here. Let's bring the hands on the hips, making sure the hips are nice and square. We're going to take the left foot and we're going to step it back to a warrior one. So heels spun down, reach the arms up. And inhale, reach back.
And exhale, bring that right elbow on the right thigh. Reach the left arm up and over. And we'll continue that way. Inhale, reach back. Exhale. Left arm up and over. Up and over. Couple more times. Inhale, back. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, back. Exhale, up and over. Hold here. And curling the arms. Let's bring it back to warrior two. And then bring that back arm down and up. Let's bring it back to warrior one. You're going to come put all your weight on that right foot. Come forward. You can bring the hands in prayer. Hips are square down towards the floor. Left heel is your line of energy. So that foot is flexed. Think of that line of energy all the way from the crown of the head to that heel. And then we're going to take the right hand. We're going to place it on the mat or on a block. We're going to open up the hip to the left and open up that left arm to half moon. And whoop. Don't be afraid if you fall. And when you're ready, let's bring that left leg back and we'll come back to warrior two. And again, we'll do those back and forth. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale. Inhale back. Exhale up and over. And let's return to warrior two. And let's cartwheel the arms, placing them all the way down on either side of that foot. Spin up onto the ball of the left foot. Cobra. Exhale. Downward facing. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, step, hop, jump up to that forward fold. Let's hold here in this forward fold for a little bit. Opening up the lower back again. Put some bend in the knee. All right, inhale, flat back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, reach up, stand up. Exhale, hands at the sides, Tadasana. This time we're going to step back with our right foot. Open it up to warrior two. So left foot's forward, right foot's back. Again, we're going to inhale, reach back with that left arm. Exhale, bring the right arm up and over. And continue. Couple more times. Inhale back. Exhale up and over. Inhale back. Exhale. And let's open it back up to warrior two. Swing that back arm up and through warrior one. And you can come up, might be a little easier too if you come up on the ball of that back foot. Bring the arms back and send yourself up into warrior three. Flexing that back foot, line of energy from the crown of the head to the heel. Helps if you kind of fix on a point with the eyes and gaze. That will help you balance. And then let's lower that left arm down, open it up to half moon. So open. And when you're ready, let's bring that foot down gently. So come back gracefully into warrior two. And again, inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale. Couple more times. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. And then open it up to warrior two. And cartwheel the arms back, down and through, stepping back to a plank. Lowering down chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Or baby cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet here, and let's actually come down into a child's pose. So knees wide, sitting back on the heels, forehead towards the mat. All right, walk the hands up towards the knees, and then we'll just come back to downward facing dog. Then the knees look forward, step, hop, jump, shuffle all the way up to forward fold. Let's take the hands. You can bend the knees a lot as much as you want. We're going to take the hands and place them under the feet. So the toes are at the wrists. You're going to press the feet down onto the palms of the hands. Again, you can bend your knees as much as you like here. Breathing deeply. Let's release those hands. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Urdhva Hastasana. And then Tadasana, hands on the other side. And let's lift the left leg and send it back. Send it back gracefully to warrior two. Holding here, perfecting this posture. Nice strong back leg. Deep bend in the front knee. And then let's swing that back arm up. So you're in warrior one. Curl the pinkies towards each other. Hips are forward. Then we're going to come back up on that ball of that left foot, crescent. Bring the hands behind us and then come up, strengthen this to really keep that leg up. On your next exhale, place the hands down, lift that left leg up to a standing split. Point the toe, just make sure your hip is square. So you're not opening up the hip here, lowering your left hip and trying to lift that left leg as high as you can. Standing split. You can slowly bring the hands towards that right foot, and then eventually you're holding onto that right foot. It's a little hard on carpet. And let's inhale, rise up to flat back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Urdhva Hastasana, hands up over the head. Exhale. And let's do the other foot. Lift that right foot. Send it back to a warrior two. And we're going to bring that back hand, swing it back up, warrior one. Come up on the ball of that back foot. Bring the hands behind. Get some momentum, come up to that warrior three. Find this pose. Use your lower back. Again, your hips are square here too, so hips are not opening up here. When you're ready, lower the hands down, standing split.
Try to rise that right leg back up a little higher. And important, square the hips, lower that right hip, lift that left hip. And when you're ready, lower that right foot to meet the left, forward fold here. Put some micro bend in the knee. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands at the side, Tadasana. Stand here. You can close the eyes down if you like. Breathe. Find that feeling gravity on the body. Pulling the shoulders away from the ears. We're going to take the right foot and we're going to, left foot, step it back so we're stepped nice and wide on our mat. Doesn't matter if it's right or left, whichever way you want to be facing for a nice wide stance. We're going to clasp the hands behind the back. Inhale, open the chest. Bring the shoulders and shoulder blades down the back. And then exhale, fold forward here, lifting the arms up. Again, you can put a little micro bend in the knees here. You don't have to lock them out. Try to make your feet parallel with the outer edges of your mat. So your toes are facing forward. Come onto your heels, put the weight in your heels. You don't want to do that. Put the weight towards your toes. And release the hands down on either side. Let the head hang, shake it, no. Shake it, yes. And then placing the hands on the hips, flat back here. And then your next inhale, rise up, hinging at the hips. Let's bring the feet together and come down to seated, legs out in front of us. Seated forward fold here. So feet together, flex the feet, lift the arms up, and we're bending at the hips here, not the waist. So you're not doing this. You're reaching forward, trying to bring your belly and chest towards your thighs and your knees first. Don't worry about trying to bring your forehead down to your knees. That'll curl your back. Bring your hands to your toes or fingers to your toes, ankles or shins. But concentrate on that flat back. If you can't reach any of that and you really can't even bend forward a little bit, even if this is hard, just sitting upright with a straight spine, get a belt or if you have a strap or something, and even if you're leaning back, as long as your spine is straight, that's what we want. We want straight spine. So straight before being able to touch your forehead to your knees. That will come, and it'll come even better that you're with a straight back. So you might just be here and breathe. And inhale, rise up. Yeah. Opening up the legs. And let's take the right hand, and we're going to reach it up and over and bring it over to the left foot, ankle or shin or knee. And try to look under that right arm. Feet are flexed. And breathe. And now actually roll that right shoulder down so we're facing that left leg and we're folded over the left leg. And then let's walk the hands towards the center. Hold it in the center. Feet are flexed.
Again, try to make that nice straight spine. So you might have to come up on your hands. You might not be able to go as far down, but nice straight spine. Crown of the head to the tailbone. Breathe. And then let's walk the hands over. So we're belly towards the right thigh, facing the right thigh down. Visitor. And then let's come up and we'll bring that left arm, sweep it up and over. Bring it towards that right foot. And we're trying to look under our left arm. Opening up the chest. Opening up that side body. Yeah, and let's come on up and out. And we're going to bring the legs out in front of us. Let's take the right leg and we're going to bring the right foot into the left thigh. And then bring the left foot down, bending that left knee. And try your best, you might have to pick up your leg, but try your best to take your left foot, and we're going to try to, ideally both sit bones are on the ground. If one's up a little more, if your left is up, that's totally fine. Over time, it'll drop right down. And so I'm pregnant, so I'm not going to actually do this full twist, but I'll show you how and which way you're going to do it. I'm actually going to do a reverse way because I really shouldn't be doing a deep twist up. And then you're going to take your right elbow and you're going to put it on the outside of your left knee. So you're going to twist this way. And then you're going to look all the way behind you and try to bring left hand, and you can place it around on your lower back and try to bring it around almost to your belly, like the back of your hands towards your belly. I, on the other hand, since I'm pregnant, I'm just going to twist this way. But keep going. And also, if your foot on the other side of your knee, that's really painful, you can also bring it here too. And you can also twist like I'm twisting. Breathe here. Inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, twist. And let's slowly unwind. Bring those legs out in front of us. Shake them out. And then let's bring the left foot into the right thigh. Bring that right foot up. And then, like I said, try to just step it on over if you can. Or you can be here too, that's fine. But try here if that's side of the right knee. And twist. Bringing your right eyeballs and your gaze in all the way that right corner of your eye. You can take that right hand and bring it around here. Eye again. And also, if this is a lot for you to bring your elbow onto the knee, you can also just grab your knee around like this and be like this as well, if that's a little easier. Sorry, I should have said that in the beginning. I was too concerned with showing you what to do before I did my own thing. And release. Bring those legs out in front of you, shake them out. Yeah, when you're ready, let's lower all the way down on the mat. Bring the knees into the chest. Rock side to side on the spine. And then let's, keeping the hips on the mat, we're going to lift the legs up 90 degrees. Breathe here. You can stay here, or if you want to, you can come up into shoulder stand.
Do what's comfortable with all those standing postures and bring it towards the heart, draining the lymphatic system. And when you're ready, lower the hips down. If you're in shoulder stand, keep the legs up 90 degrees for a few breaths here. And then bring the knees into the chest, rock side to side. And then let's bring your right heel towards the right corner of your mat. Left heel towards the left corner. Open up the palms to the sky, arms nice and wide, coming into Shavasana. Bring the chin towards the chest, tucking it slightly so the back of the neck is nice and long. Closing the eyes down. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, relaxation all the way down to your toes. Try it again, inhale. Exhale, relaxation all the way down to your toes. Winding your wrists and ankles. And let's inhale, reach the arms up over the head, point the toes. Stretch. And exhale, bring the knees into the chest. Rock side. Push yourself up that way or roll up and down on the spine. Coming up into seated, hands in prayer on the chest. Thank you.
to the teachings, the people of India that brought those teachings to us, as well as the internet enabling me to do these classes online and share them with you and keep teaching during this time. Take a nice deep inhale. Lower the forehead towards the mat. Thank you so much for joining. I will see you next time. Thank you.